Coming up on Mountain News this morning, we talked with one Food City manager to find out more about how even a single food donation can go a long way in a community. And one man in Indiana found himself clinging onto a street sign for dear life as a near tornado strength winds swept through his town Saturday night. Plus, one man in Alabama is hospitalized and fighting for his life after being struck by lightning over the weekend.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It is 4:59 on Monday, June the 17th. I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News This Morning. Well, if you're up right now, it's either because you have to be, because you want to be, or maybe some thunder and lightning has woke you up over tonight. Brandon's in here to give us a breakdown of what to expect. And Brandon, it's been hooting and hollering for a while now.
It has, and we have some new developments this morning, so let's take a look and see what's going on live pinpoint Doppler radar. Lots of heavy rain across parts of the area. Let's take you on a brief tour as we head out, going through parts of the Big Sandy. Just heavy rain at that point, but we're seeing some showers and storms developing back down toward Manchester, toward London, toward Somerset, and we've got reports of high water in downtown Manchester. Shared some pictures on social media there a little bit ago, but again, be careful if you're traveling this morning. There is a flood warning in effect until 6:45 for parts of Clay, including the city of Manchester, Laurel, and Knox counties. So keep that in mind. There is also a flash flood watch that goes into effect at 8 o'clock this morning through 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Not tonight, tomorrow night for most of the northern half of the area. So we'll keep you posted on that. Visibility where it's raining heavy is very low this morning, so keep that in mind. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s, so kind of a mild start to the day. The outdoor forecast, again, be careful of high water, be careful of fog, and be careful of scattered storms. Temperatures will top out in the 80s later on today. Will?
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Well, if you visit the Food City in Pikeville, you may have noticed a blessing buggy in the front of the store. But for a few days, the basket was missing after someone vandalized the helpful cart. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher talked with a store manager to learn why this everyday item is important to the community.
One simple donation can go a long way.
We try our hardest to help any way we possibly can in the community.
Tammy Schoolcraft is an assistant store manager at Food City.
I've been here 31 years myself, and if we can help any way, we do.
Whether you call it a buggy or shopping cart, this basket plays a role in that.
The Blessing Buggy was created to help the blessing boxes throughout the community.
But recently, someone vandalized the buggy, cutting off the signs.
It is terrible to think that someone could do such a thing.
Food City employees didn't let the thief take their power to help.
But for all the things that happen that are bad, there's always the good people who come out on top.
Adding new signs and watchful eyes.
And often, people do take for granted and don't really realize the needs of people in the community.
These non-perishable food items often cost around $1.
It's always here, and we appreciate everything that the community does.
Something that seems small to some may mean the most to many. In Pike County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, you can find the blessing buggy near the front of the store. Any non-perishable food items are welcome. A cold case in Bell County leaves the family with questions years later. It was 4 years ago Sunday that David Allen Mason was found murdered about 50 yards away from his home. His body was found under an old mattress and some wood. His family continues to pray for answers and that justice will be served in the near future.
So much in our lives has just been like held up. There's no going forwards. We want to, but we can't because we don't have answers.
If you have any tips or information about David Allen Mason's death, you can contact Kentucky State Police. People in Monroe County, Indiana are picking up the pieces after a tornado ripped through the area. In Ellettsville, winds were so strong that it ripped off the front of a home. The living room and bedroom were visible from the road. This is video of someone spotting the twister from their home. Monroe County emergency management officials say they will continue to clear debris from the roadways. Officials say the cleanup effort could take a couple of weeks. One man in Richmond, Indiana says he is lucky to be alive after Saturday night's storm. He says he got caught in the strong winds while standing in the middle of a parking lot. Jeremy Cantrell left this Richmond Buffalo Wild Wings when the weather started getting bad. As he got on the road, things got even worse. He pulled into an Applebee's parking lot, but when he got out of the car, the conditions were so intense he could not make it inside. Instead, he clung onto a handicapped parking sign. He calls that the scariest moment of his life. Once the wind died down a bit, he ran to the door and once inside.
I just started yelling, tornado's coming, the tornado's coming, everybody needs to get down, and then everybody started running in the back.
Cantrell was later sent to the hospital where he found out he tore something in his shoulder while clinging to the sign, but he is relieved he is safe and says he's learned an important lesson to stay indoors during this type of severe weather. There's widespread damage across North Texas from severe storms Sunday. The storms knocked down trees and power lines, damaged homes, spread debris, and injured at least 2 people. Tens of thousands of homes and businesses also lost power. One family in Fort Worth explained what it was like to be inside trying to enjoy Father's Day when the storm hit.
The rain started getting heavier, so it's like, okay, well, let's gather all the stuff out of the pool, throw it in the garage, and head inside. And as we're getting all that together, my son-in-law said, you need to get out here and look up at the sky. There's rotation.
And then he said
this way.
it's swirling debris, get the dogs in the closet.
Yeah.
American Airlines said it canceled more than 200 flights Sunday because of storms at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. A man in Alabama is on life support after being struck by lightning. And members of Charles Jackson's family say he was on the roof of his mother's home making some repairs. Jackson was on a metal ladder when the lightning struck. His sister says he had just said he needed to grab his boots because he heard thunder. He fell from the ladder and the lightning strike destroyed the inside of the home. Jackson was taken to USA Health Hospital after the fall. Well, power is beginning to be restored in Argentina and Uruguay after a massive outage on Sunday. That same outage also knocked out electricity to parts of Chile and Brazil, leaving millions of people in the dark while officials worked to fix the issue. Officials blamed a glitch in their electrical system for the outage. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us right here on Mountain News this morning. Straight ahead, some of us might feel like eating our vegetables is a chore, but today might just be a good day to try to shake healthy eating up a bit.